Once upon a time, in an African village named Jua, there lived a young girl named Nyota. Nyota was known for her beauty and kindness. She lived with her grandmother, Mama Wema, who had raised her after the mysterious disappearance of her parents. Nyota had a particular love for the night. She felt a strange connection with the moon, and every evening, she would go out to admire the silver glow bathing the village. One evening, as she gazed at the full moon, she felt a powerful energy emanating from it. Her eyes began to shine with a soft, silver light. Intrigued and a little frightened, Nyota ran to see Mama Wema. The old woman, seeing her granddaughter's luminous eyes, immediately understood that the time had come to reveal a long-kept secret. Nyota, Mama Wema said gently, "You are not an ordinary girl. You are the daughter of the moon. Your mother, Lua, was a lunar goddess, and she entrusted you to me to protect you." Nyota was stunned. She listened carefully as Mama Wema explained her origins and special powers, the ability to heal, protect, and communicate with the spirits of nature. Under Mama Wema's guidance, Nyota began to explore and master her powers. She discovered that she could heal injuries with a simple touch and calm troubled spirits. The villagers, initially wary, were soon impressed by her abilities and began to see her as a blessing. One day, a village child named Kito fell gravely ill. Traditional healers were unable to cure him. Desperate, his mother brought Kito to Nyota. The young girl, with newfound confidence, placed her hands on the child and whispered a prayer to the moon. A silvery light enveloped Kito, and within moments, he opened his eyes, healed and healthy. This miraculous healing made Nyota a respected and revered figure in the village. She continued to help others while learning more about her abilities and her mission. However, all was not peaceful. On the horizon loomed a dark threat. Malevolent forces, led by a wicked sorcerer named Mnyama, sought to conquer the village of Jua and use its resources for their own destructive purposes. Mnyama, hungry for power, had heard of Nyota's abilities and desired them to strengthen his grip. One night, as the moon shone faintly, dark spirits began to invade the village, spreading fear and destruction. Nyota, sensing the disturbance, rushed outside and saw the creeping shadows. Mama Wema, realizing the danger, handed Nyota a sacred talisman. "This talisman," she said, "is a gift from your mother. It will protect you and amplify your powers. Use it wisely." Strengthened by the talisman and the moon's blessing, Nyota stood against the forces of evil. With unwavering courage, she used her powers to repel the dark spirits. Her hands glowed with a silvery light, driving back the shadows and bringing peace to every corner of the village they touched. However, Mnyama was not easily discouraged. Enraged by Nyota's resistance, he appeared before her, casting dark spells to try and subdue her. Despite the strength of his attacks, Nyota began to weaken under the relentless assaults of the sorcerer. Suddenly, a brilliant light emanated from the sky. The full moon, hidden by clouds, reappeared, bathing Nyota in enhanced light. Feeling her mother's presence, Nyota drew upon this renewed energy and focused all her power into one final attack. A wave of brilliant light burst from her, enveloping Mnyama and dissipating his dark enchantments. Mnyama, overwhelmed by the power of the lunar light, collapsed and vanished in a cloud of black smoke. The dark spirits were also dispelled, and peace returned to the village. The village of Jua, saved by Nyota, celebrated their heroine. The villagers, grateful and inspired, erected a statue in her honor near the talking tree. Nyota, humble despite her powers, thanked her grandmother and the moon for their guidance and protection. She continued to use her gifts to heal and protect her village, teaching the young the importance of nature and spiritual forces. Nyota became not only a guardian of the village but also a symbol of courage, compassion, and connection with the natural elements. Over time, Nyota became a living legend. The stories of her exploits were told from generation to generation, inspiring young girls and boys to find strength and wisdom within themselves. Nyota knew that her powers came from the moon, but she also understood that every person had their own inner light, capable of healing and protecting. Nyota's connection with the moon remained strong, and every night, she gave thanks to her mother and the universe for the gifts she had received. Under her guidance, the village of Jua prospered, becoming a model of peace, healing, and harmony with nature. Thus, the legend of Nyota, the daughter of the moon, endured through the ages. Her story reminded everyone of the importance of compassion, courage, and collective wisdom. Nyota's powers were not just in her ability to heal and protect, but in her capacity to inspire and unite her people. Under the benevolent light of the moon, the village of Jua continued to prosper, guided by the eternal lessons of the daughter of the moon.